Alright folks, with all this excitement with War for Cybertron and the Netflix siege coming upon us, it's time to look back to the year of I think it was 2010, 2011, we had War for Cybertron come out from High Moon Studio, and with it, Hasbro did make a couple of excellent figures. This is not of the original release, but of a 2-pack release that has some slightly different blue, but it matches the blue with the rest of that. And as you go around the block, it doesn't have the spray painted on details that the original had, but like even this is like a bluish gray for that. Really pretty piece. The other piece that was with this guy had a 2-pack from Amazon in the summer of 2017. It was a repaint of Titan Returns Cup to be Orion packs, and it was a lighter blue used for the Orion packs part. But this is War for Cybertron. Since we're all about some War for Cybertron, Netflix got a new series coming. This is Optimus Prime. This was deemed on Sabertron.com as one of the hardest transforming deluxes, or even one of the hardest Transformers of all time. I find some pleasure in this transformation, as I've got it all figured out after all this time, and today is still one of the funnest ones. I would have really loved to have seen a hot rod come of this with a hot rod. The one thing, if I have any nitpicks or qualms, is on the bottom. His face mask is like right there getting ready to rub off on every version of this that's ever been released. I've not actually gotten the oversized versions just yet, but there's what it looks like on the bottom, and just wish that there was a way to have maybe take a Dremel and concave that on out so that this head can slide on back up in there and stow away perfectly, and or be able to be spun around and also then tuck away up underneath there. Because other than that, this is a really great figure, and not too crazy about having a Dremel going and doing a lot of work or carving it out, because there is a really detailed tempo of an Autobot symbol on his back on this piece right here that's a part of. But anyway, getting back to this, not a whole lot of paint outside the tempo for the Autobot symbol there, some blue there, and more stuff. Oh, there's some bits of gray that's painted in along the way, and the lighter blue shows like an inner John kind of look there. But and right there is some more paint there. We get this guy into his robot mode, and I've also did the mod where I can make him stand up as tall as a Voyager versus a Deluxe, like it should have been to begin with. It should have been a Voyager mold. This is Optimus Prime, and it's actually quite a solid vehicle and robot mode. So without further ado, let me get him into his robot mode. And here is War for Cybertron, Optimus Prime, Hasbro's take on the High Moon Studios War for Cybertron game. First version in that whole series. And like, this was so sophisticated that the second one of these they made for the Fall of Cybertron, it was slightly smaller, and although the truck was still beefy and chunky, it was way less sophisticated than this guy. Let's go around the block here real quick. You can see how he's got some wheel kibble and backpack kibble there. The backpack's supposed to actually tab in the back of the head by like being able to move the head around. I got this is already pulled up and standing up as tall as the Voyagers now, due to the little mod I did inside of the back of the leg. I shaved off a piece, and it allowed me to extend it up just a little bit further. I think it looks better in my opinion. I did it to the two versions of this guy, and I've not been displeased with not a single version of it having the mod. And you can go back to the shorter, stockier version if you want to, but this is still a really beefy War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. I need to get a hold of the better weapons kits that this guy has out there with the axe and whatnot. But all in all, I wouldn't mind seeing a Masterpiece version get done of it. Even a Masterpiece would have to be, it would simplify a great deal more than these, because there's like 3 sets of bits right here in his shoulder alone for transformation. There's like 2 different sets of switch things around, and if you don't pay attention, you'll easily snap and break stuff off. I've already got a stress crack in one of the shoulder bits there from the last transformation, but you live, you learn, and that kind of thing. Like I said, my only downfall with the vehicle mode was having his face mask rubbing around on the ground in vehicle mode. But in robot mode, this guy really does shine. This is how most folks would, if they can get it into this mode, this is how they would want to pose him. Minus mark on this waist doesn't allow for any waist articulation, so If you've gotten a hold of like Planet X's version of Optimus, that's the best version of the Fall of Cybertron that I can think of to date. But then you've also got the excellent Siege version that came out last year, and this year's Earthrise Optimus Prime. Those are two probably the better Voyager class sized Optimuses that they, from Siege to Earthrise, they bumped it up to a leader, give them a trailer and some other play features, so they could charge $50 versus $30. I don't agree at all with that, because even the trailer's kind of hollow and waffly, and if you get the kit for it to Toy Hacks, then you can beef it up a little bit more. This guy doesn't need a trailer the way he looks. He's really buff. He's boss. He's a road boss. Anyway, he's Optimus. Would not want to run into that. And then, of course, I absolutely love the Siege and the Earthrise designs of it. I've actually got my Earthrise trailer plugged in with my Siege and stowage right now. Just like Optimus, the way he looks for his Earthrise. He has a little bit of waist kibble, but this guy's got his kibbly delicious stuff. But I mean, I like it, and it's if you get the transformation down and you know where the thing's swinging and where to swing it at the right point, it's no problem to transform this guy, even though he was voted one of the hardest to transform. All right, guys. So some housekeeping as we leave out of this video. Please visit the links down in my description below. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, comment below, let me know how I'm doing, and or just hit those other vacations links if you're interested in taking your family on an excellent Prime vacation. I'm sure Prime would approve of any of those places I've been to. I've been on 4 cruises with my family, 2 with my wife, 2 with my her family and my kids, and we've all had a blast on all 4 of those. So whether it be in a couples retreat or a family retreat, I can think of nothing happier, safer, especially once this whole deal with Corona is so gone. Can't wait for that day to come, and we get back out in the water and get things back to normal. There'll be some social distancing, I imagine, for a great deal longer, but we've got to learn, adapt, move on, and transform into a safer society to where we can continue to roll on out. I know it's really pathetic puns, but anyway, this is Wednesday night of the 8th week in quarantine time, and I'm just hoping that you guys are all staying plenty healthy, safe, and happy, telling your loved ones that you love them. And I just gotta say, just for scale, I love these G2 grape Gatorades and the Glacier Freeze. There's a Tropical Punch one. They're just half the sugar, the original Gatorades, and they're a lot more smooth, like water. I guess water's still better for you, but anyway, it's not a bad alternative. Anyway, shameless plug there at, if you like something a little bit different to drink, it's not water. I gotta have some fruit flavors over there. And I'm trying to wean myself off those sodas, because those sodas are no good for nobody. Again, thanks again, everybody, for watching. Those who subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit my Patreon. I'm getting ready to go through and look at a couple other guys, borrow some ideas, and get mine hopefully off the ground, so I can start supporting my habit, supporting my family first before my habit, and then, you know, of course, having the money to keep this going. It's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed back cataloging stuff I have had for the last couple of months. I just thought that there would be some cruises in the water, but this virus has severely disrupted it. But, you know, like the Transformers, we gotta adapt, we gotta change, and roll on and roll out. Okay, guys, have an excellent, happy, safe week. Thanks again for watching. Have a good night. Till all are one.